viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news and now the news in details. Nigerian petition Biden, UN, Ecowas to treat Fulani herdsmen Mayeti Hala as terrorists. It's added that the Muhammad Buhari government had refused to come up with tangible solutions in the face of growing herdsmen violence across the country. Nigerians on Friday raised and started signing a petition to designate Fulani herdsmen, some of whose activities have generated tension in the southwest and southeast of late, as terrorists. The petition was addressed to the United States President Joe Biden, the United Nations Organization, the Ecowas Community of West African States, the African Union, and the European Union. According to the online petition titled, "To proscribe Fulani herdsmen, militants, and Mayeti Hala as terrorists," which needs only 200 signatories and has reached 107 as of Monday morning. The petitioners alleged that the Nigerian government had been expressed undue sympathy for the killer herdsmen. It added that the Muhammadu Buhari's government had refused to come up with tangible solutions in the face of growing herdsmen violence across the country. The government of Nigeria has obviously shown sympathy for the killer herdsmen by turning a blind eye to their terrors and supporting them with Nigerian resources, including the Nigerian military. The only way to expose these terrorists is for the relevant authorities all over the world to act and act fast. The petition is for the Fulani herdsmen and militants and the associations called Mayeti Hala to be proscribed as terrorists. Swift response will save lives and property and stop their menace from escalating into other nations of the world. The petition partly reads, "Just last Monday, the governors of the Southwest had met in Odo State capital, Akure, on Monday following the insecurity in the region and had banned all forms of open grazing in the region. The decision was taken also in consultations with the leadership of the Mayeti Hala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, as well as the outgone security chiefs. Apart from the governors of Southwest, Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State, Boyega Oyetola of Osun State, Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, there were also Mohammed Abubakar of Jigawa State and Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi State." Governor Makinde, who gave the report of the meeting, had said today the Southwest governors had the security stakeholders meeting in Ondo State. The meeting was attended by our brother governors from Kebbi and Jigawa states, security chiefs, Southwest Zone, led by the AIG Zone 11, and leaders from the Mayeti Hala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. Collectively, we resolved to ban open grazing in all parts of the Southwest. In Oyo State, we already have a law against open grazing, which will continue to be implemented by our security agencies. Also, 2 weeks ago, the Ondo State governors and MACBAN had agreed that children being used as herdsmen would henceforth be arrested by motor cooperatives and their families made to pay a fine to the government. Sahara reporters had also reported that the meeting agreed that herdsmen should return to the various local government areas and meet with the authorities to fish out the bad eggs and criminal among others. The herdsmen crisis had also ravaged the Ibarakwa local government area in Oyo State, with the Seriki Fulani of Igongon forcefully evicted by Igongon residents after a popular Yoruba activist, Sunday Adeyemo, more commonly known as Sunday Igbaho, had visited the town and issued a 7-day ultimatum to the killer herdsmen. There have been growing calls and condemnations of the herdsmen violence across the country, but the presidency had maintained that herdsmen should not be asked to leave any state, although it had not provided any tangible solutions to the widespread insecurity in the country. So guys, what do you think about this? What is your own take? This is exactly what I've been talking about. Any crisis that happened in Nigeria, does it have to go to United States before it can be solved? This is where we are missing it, because the fact is that it shows that we don't have a competent leader at all. We don't have a competent leader. So we don't need, the reality is that we don't need Joe Biden. We don't even need European nation. We don't need all of those people. What we need urgently is to put a stop to all this mess. We should put a stop to all these Fulani terrorists that are terrorizing the country. There are some things as a leader that is supposed to be done by himself. President Muhammadu Buhari is the president of Nigeria, for God's sake. And he should be able to maintain his government. He should be able to stop the issue of insecurity in the country. Why must we report all these issues to other countries when those countries that we are reporting to, they have their own problem also? May God help us. This is not right at all. But all what I know is that the Northerners will never defeat Southwest, neither will they defeat South-South or Southeast all put together. That is just the fact about it. Enough of all this, they are threatening all the time. Because the Northerners is even too small to handle it. They are too small to handle it. All this thing that they are doing, at the end of the day, they will not be able to handle it at all. Let's wait first, because if the three zones of the Southwest, the Southeast, and the South-South can bury their differences and suspicions that exist among us, I feel that it will be very, very easy to force the dangerous Fulani herdsmen away back to their zone. And that is the reason why the Yorubas, the Igbos, and all that supposed to come together and fight this battle and fight this race together. Yeah, I'll keep saying it. We do not need the supporters of other countries before our country can be settled. Because it shows that we are not moving forward at all. We are not moving forward. The fact is that, must we actually eat cow meat to be alive in the South? Why can't we say no to cow meat everywhere in the South and stop this nonsense? Why can't we say no to all the things that are being produced by the Northerners and see how they will exist? And after all, they themselves don't eat cow meat and they are alive. And I feel that the state governors and traditional rulers should please wake up from their slumber. They should please wake up from their slumber and apply basic common sense, simple common sense, and control over the cow meat hook that is likely to be our greatest regrettable undoing. Enough is enough of all this thing that is going on in the country. This is getting worse and worse every day. The Northerners are terrorizing us too much. And we, as the Nigerians, are supposed to be the one to stop their evil behaviors. Because it is better to go empty stomach and get to house alive than feed or overfeed and collapse and die on the way because of Fulani herdsmen. And I think that we have been taken for granted so long. We have been taken for granted enough by the cowherders because of their heinous assumptions of our unquenchable love and appetite for cow meat. Is it because of that? My whole suggestion is that something has to be done, and done without further delay and flexing of muscles. Something needs to be done. They used to say something that a stitch in time saves 9, which is true. He who neglects basic control multiplies his own sorrows. as he usually has explosions of mess in his hand to manage. So the reality is that you can only tell the blind that there is no oil in the soup and not that there is no salt. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed. It's true that no one person or group has monopoly of hostility or violence. It is true, but at least we can apply the other principle of non-violence but non-cooperation attitude that won the war for independence for them against oppressions, suppressions by the West. So therefore, I feel that it is high time for everyone to say no to cow meat, as well as ceding an inch of our land in any form for the purpose of cow rearing period. And then we will now watch the situation diffusing itself. I think that would be best for us to do at this time. So guys, what do you think? Kindly drop your comments. Have the comment section below. God bless you.